all you need is a space where you can sit, and sit in whatever way is comfortable for you. If you're happy cross-legged, then sit cross-legged, or put one foot in front of the other if you lose the sensation in your feet if you sit cross-legged. Or you can sit on your knees if that's more comfortable for you, or you can even sit on a chair. So just sit in whatever position is most comfortable. And then gently close your eyes and take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And we'll just start by having a quick check-in with how we're feeling today. So just noticing the breath, noticing the length of your inhale, and also noticing the length of the exhale. Noticing if you're breathing into your chest or your belly, or maybe a mixture of the both. Notice if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth, or again, maybe a mixture of the two. Notice the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale, and whether one is longer than the other, or whether they're roughly the same in length. Take 3 smooth breaths whilst you notice all of these things. And taking the awareness away from the breath, just have a little scan through the body, just feeling for any tight spots or any areas of sensation. Notice how you're feeling today and how those feelings present themselves in your body. Not trying to change anything in any way at all, just noticing. Then gently flutter the eyes open and bring your hands back to your lap, and we'll start to take some conscious breaths. So really extending through the inhales and extending out the exhales. So we'll start by inhaling the arms up in front of us, and we'll do this for about the count of 4. Hold the breath inside the body for a count of 4. Exhale the breath out to the sides for a count of 4. And then hold the breath outside the body for a count of 4. So in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, hold, out, hold, 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 in, hold, out, hold. Excellent. And just let the breath come back to normal. We're going to do a set of 7 different breaths next. We'll do a few rounds of each breath and then move on to the next one. And each breath is designed to stimulate one of the chakras within the body, so one of the energy centers. So the whole idea of doing these 7 breaths together is that you'll feel much more balanced for the rest of the afternoon. So the first one, ideally you want to be sat with your legs crossed so that you can press your knees down as you exhale. If cross legs is unavailable to you, then bring your legs forward so that your feet are together, and it doesn't matter how far away your feet are from your pelvis, but you want to be able to push the knees down towards the mat or down towards the ground. So with this one, we start with our hands on our shoulders. We inhale up and we look up. And then as we exhale, we bring the hands back to our shoulders and then exhale the elbows and knees down towards the floor. So we're inhaling up, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, elbows and knees coming down towards the floor. So this is really about grounding down. Inhaling up, getting length in the body, length in the spine. Exhale, grounding down, feeling those elbows and knees come down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 2 more. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Excellent. The next one is seated cat-cow. So this is for the next energy center, which is basically sat here at the base of your belly. So the bit we really want to focus on moving here is tilting the pelvis so the belly really comes forward, and then tilting it back, tucking the tailbone under so that it really goes back. So if you want to really connect, you can obviously put your hand on the front and the back of your pelvis. If you're used to doing this kind of movement, you can just have your hands on your knees. So with this one, as we tilt forwards and open the chest, we inhale. And then as we tilt backwards and round through the shoulders, we exhale. So we inhale as we come forwards, and we exhale as we round back. Inhale as we come forwards. Exhale as we round back. Inhale as we come forwards. Exhale, rounding back. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. You can move with your own breath. You don't have to do it at the same speed as me. Just as long as you're inhaling as you come forwards and then exhaling as you go back, rounding through the shoulders, then that's good. Do 3 more rounds with your breath. And then come back to neutral. Okay, so next one is solar plexus. So this one, we're really trying to get some movement in the ribs. So we want our hips and our shoulders to stay as still as possible, and we want the ribs to be going around in a circle. So if it helps, you can put your hands on your ribs just to guide them around, Or if you know this movement, you can have your hands on your thighs. So whichever is more comfortable for you. So try and get the inhale around one half of the movement and the exhale around the other half, whatever feels most natural to you. And then take those circles in the other direction. It's starting to get warm already. Not even really done anything. Excellent. Couple more circles. And then come back to center. And then this one is twists. So we're really getting up into the chest now. So start with one hand directly on top of the elbow and the other one underneath the opposite elbow. Keeping the hips forward. So we're keeping our sit bones grounded and keeping the hips forward. And we keep this position of the shoulders static as well. So we're not moving our shoulders side to side. We're keeping our arms exactly still in front of our face. Twist from your torso. It doesn't matter how far you go, but exhale as you twist and then inhale back to center. And then exhale, twist the other way and inhale back to center. So we're exhaling to twist to one side, inhale back, exhale, twist to the other side and inhale back. We always exhale on the twist because that gives us more space to allow the chest to twist. And then we inhale to expand it back to the front. So just keep moving from side to side with your own breath. And then once you've done both sides equally, come back to the center and drop the hands. Okay, so getting up into the throat now. So I'm just fiddling because I was getting uncomfortable on my knees. So with this one, it's really about matching the breath to the movement. So we start with our fingers interlaced and our knuckles underneath our chin. We take a nice big inhale as we raise our elbows up as high as we can either side of the head. Then as you exhale, you bring the elbows forward as you look up and you squeeze the elbows together. Now, one thing to be cautious of here is when we inhale, the chin is parallel. When we exhale, the chin goes up and the elbows are far away from the chest. You don't want your elbows down here because that's going to restrict the space in your lungs. The elbows need to be up. Okay, so exhale any air you've got in the body out and then inhale the elbows up. Exhale, squeeze the elbows together, look up, keep those elbows high. Inhale, bring the chin back down, inhale those elbows up. And then exhale, squeeze the elbows together in front of you, push the chin back, look up. Inhale, bring the chin back parallel. So we're keeping the knuckles glued to our chin. And then exhale, head goes back, squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, chin comes parallel. Inhale those elbows up towards the side of the head. Then exhale, squeezing those elbows together, looking to the ceiling. Inhale as we come back. And then exhale, squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, chin parallel, elbows up. Keeping those hands on the chin. Exhale, squeeze those elbows together. Inhale to come up. Exhale, squeeze the elbows together. Perfect, good work, guys. Inhale to come back up. Last one, exhale, squeeze those elbows together in front of the face. And then release the hands down, release the neck. Okay, the next one is for our eyes. So we start with our hands out in front of us, and they can either be palms down or palms together, whichever feels more comfortable for your shoulders. As we inhale, we open the hands out to the sides, and as we exhale, we squeeze them back together again. What we need to concentrate on, just moving those out of my way, is noticing our eyes stay forward, so our eyes aren't moving, but notice when your hands disappear out of your field of vision, and then notice them when your hands come back into your field of vision. Okay, so exhale out any air you have in your body, and then inhale, open the arms out to the sides, and then exhale, bring them back together again. Just noticing when those hands come back into your sight. Inhaling as you open, notice when they disappear, and then exhale, bring them back. Moving with your own breath, inhaling to open and exhaling to close. Just noticing when you can see those hands disappear, and also notice when they come back. 3 more like this, moving with your own breath, keeping the eyes forward and just noticing when those hands disappear from your field of vision, and notice when they come back again. Excellent. And then once you've done your 3, just drop your hands back into your lap again. So the last one in this little series of 7 is about the crown chakra. So this is going above the head. So we inhale the arms up in front of the face, and then we look at the hands and we follow them all the way up to the ceiling, inhaling as much as you can. And then you exhale the hands back down to the sides. If you're into energy, you can imagine drawing a great big ring of light around your body. If you're not, then just focus on the breath. So we'll start off with inhaling. So inhale, looking at the hands, stretching them up above the head, still focusing on the hands, really reaching up, lengthening the spine. Then exhale, great big circle of light around you. So inhaling, the hands come straight up in front of you. Look at the hands, reaching them up, looking up, extending the spine, lifting out of the waist. Exhale, a great big circle of light around you. Inhaling them up in front of you, looking at those hands, lengthening that spine, lifting up and out of the waist, and then exhaling round to the sides. Inhaling up. Exhaling around. 3 more in time with your own breath. And then once you've done your 3 rounds, just come back to your hands in your lap. Now, as much as that's lovely for balancing out the energy in the spine, we've only moved the spine forwards and backwards and twisting, and I like to throw in a lateral bend too. So bring your left hand down by the side of your hip, and then reach the right arm up and over, just to get a really nice stretch down the whole of that side body. Reaching the fingertips away will lengthen the stretch, keeping the armpit open to the ceiling, so it's not dropping forwards but open to the ceiling, will also lengthen the stretch. And then really sit down through your right sit bone. Couple more breaths here. Maybe as you breathe and then you release the breath, you might find you can go a little bit deeper. and take a nice big inhale. On an exhale, pull the tummy muscles in and come back up to seated, and then we'll go to the other side. So bringing the right arm down by your hip, opening the armpit towards the ceiling, reaching those fingers away, and then really grounding down through that left sit bone. Really focus on expanding the breath into the left side of your lungs. Really opening the ribs. And then notice as the longer you sit here and the longer you focus on the breath, maybe you get a bit more space to go a little bit deeper. Take a nice big inhale. On an exhale, pull the tummy muscles in and come back to center. Okay, we're going to come into Savasana now for a bit of a relaxation to finish. So lay down on your mats or your carpet or your rug or wherever you are and get yourself really, really comfortable. Now, because we've been sat for a while, just take a few points and flexes of the feet. So flex the toes up towards your nose and then point the toes away from you to really just get some movement into those ankles. Maybe take the feet a little bit apart from one another. Roll the feet in, roll the feet out. Roll the feet in, roll the feet out. Roll them in, roll them out. And then get yourself really super comfortable. So the legs are out long, unless you have any problems in your lower back, in which case bring the feet to the floor and let the knees roll in. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the torso so that your upper back is supported and comfortable. Make sure that your head is supported on the mat or the ground beneath you, using a cushion if you're uncomfortable at all. And then completely release everything onto the ground beneath you. Letting the body relax after all the conscious breathing we've been doing over the last 20 minutes or so. Letting your body feel really heavy on your mat. Everything pressing down. Then, like we did at the start of class, go back to noticing your breath. How deep are you breathing? How long is your inhale? How long is your exhale? Are they the same length? Or is one longer than the other? Are you breathing through your nose, through your mouth, or maybe a mixture of the two? Where does the breath move your body? Are you breathing into your chest, your ribs, your belly, a mixture of all of these? Take 3 deep breaths, really noticing the unique character and quality of your breath. Noticing if the breath has changed at all since the start of class. Then letting the breath do whatever it wants to do. Take your attention to what you can hear. Really listen. Notice all the sounds you can hear in the distance. Seeking out those distant sounds. Listening to them for a few seconds. Listening to the quality and the texture of each of those sounds. Then start to listen to the sounds closer to you. maybe within the house, maybe in the room next door. Listening to the quality of these sounds, noticing how loud or how quiet they are. Then listen to the sounds closest to you. Maybe you can even hear your own breath. Then completely withdraw your senses from the world around you, taking your focus to you, to your unique body. Noticing how you feel today. Not wanting to change anything in any way at all. Just noticing and making a little note to yourself. Notice any thoughts, emotions, feelings, any areas of tension or sensation. Notice how your body feels. Notice the way you are feeling today. And also notice what sensations you have in the body as a result of this feeling. Now carry on listening to my voice as we go again back to the breath. Notice whether your mind starts to wander, and if it does, gently encourage it back to your breathing. Simply watching the breath as it comes and goes, flowing in and out of the body. Inhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Exhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, expanding. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly, softening. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, expanding with new oxygen and energy. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly, softening and releasing. Feel your breath slowing down. Feel your body releasing and softening. Feel a sense of calm, free from tension. Then with this focus, move the awareness away from the breath and back into the body. Noticing once more how you feel. Having another little check-in with any sensations or feelings or places where you're holding tension, tight spots, your mood. Make another note of what is being felt and whether it's different than earlier in the relaxation or earlier in class. Simply feeling how you are today and acknowledging whatever there is to be felt. Knowing that emotions, thoughts and feelings will move through our bodies, each seeming crucial and sometimes even overwhelming. Yet these emotions are simply physical sensations which will come and go. So watch them come and go as you chill here on your mat. Then bring your awareness to your thoughts. Practice watching your thoughts in the same way as you did your feelings and your breath. Watch them as they come and go. No reaction needed. Simply watching them, like watching clouds float by in the sky or leaves being blown away on a blustery day. Thoughts will always rattle around in our heads, however hard we try and quieten them, like a never-ending stream of words. And that's exactly what they are, just thoughts, nothing more than sounds in our mind. It is our choice to choose to listen or to choose to simply watch them float by. Thoughts, like any of our other senses, what we see, hear, taste, smell, feel, they all come and go, all showing their temporary. Simply the ever-changing nature of our senses, coming and going whilst we watch and observe. We will have a few moments in silence now, as you simply watch what is coming and going in your own body. Wherever your attention has floated off to, bring it back. Know that if you're ever having a bad day where your emotions and thoughts are feeling too much or too big, you can always close your eyes and focus on the breath. This will bring you back to you. Remember that everything is temporary and everything will move on when the time is right. The choice you have to have a great attitude is something that nobody and no circumstances can take away from you. So start now to think about moving. Maybe moving a single finger to start with, or passing the pad of your thumb over each of your fingertips. Maybe making a bigger movement, circling through the wrists or the ankles, or stretching the arms above your head for a full body stretch, or maybe hugging the knees into your chest. Move your body in whatever way it wants to move. And then when you are ready, and there's no rush at all, roll over onto your side, come up to seated, and our loving a lunchtime on a Friday is all done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it.